You can't change the economic wealth gap without changing the base education that kids are learning. You cannot. It's impossible. It's impossible because you can give people money, and if they're trained to spend it recklessly, they're going to continue to spend it recklessly.
Look at this crush of shoppers in a Chattanooga Victoria's Secret pink store. The stampede over Sherpa jackets, people seen shoving each other, one sales rep climbing on a table to escape the crowd.
Good morning, world. This wealth gap was always bound to reach the levels as it is now and go higher. It was always going to. Because you can't, in my opinion, tin hat on, you can't change the economic wealth gap without changing the base education that kids are learning. You cannot. It's impossible. It's impossible because you can give people money, and if they're trained to spend it recklessly, they're going to continue to spend it recklessly. And you can't. You can't. It is more difficult to teach a person who's lived their whole life, who's an adult, to be financially responsible than to change the school system that made them that way. But if you change the school system, you change the environment that you play in the United States. And in reality, tin hat on, wealthy people don't want people to be financially educated because then it makes it harder for us, harder for them to get the money. Why would I want to educate the kids to be financially literate? Just think of how the United States is thinking, possibly. Tin hat on. Why would they want to oh man, I don't want to get into the whole JP Morgan and Rockefeller thing because that's above my pay grade.
And it starts in school. You are programmed to be poor, and the indoctrination starts in the earliest years of your life, your school years. I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. This narrative shapes our mindset from very early age, hence why you are not taught finances in school or money-making strategies.
But I will say this. What does it benefit the wealthy people who run the United States if we educate the younger people to learn how money really works? Then we can't force them to work regular jobs. Then we can't force them to be slaves in our environment. We can't force them to be the cogs in our environment that we need them to be so we can keep getting wealthy. So why am I going to teach the wealth? It's logical. Is it right or wrong? It's up to you. But it's logical. If I'm the most wealthiest person and it's a group of me and my wealthy friends in the environment, why would I do anything to risk my status? Now, yeah, I'll let you go. I'll let your Jay-Z self get some money. I'll let you Puff Daddy get some money. Drake, you want to make some money? You can make some money in the United States too. Because that doesn't change the system that continues to make people who can't do nothing but work, go to school, pay these high college things, tin hat on, and never pay it back. And I got you under my finger because you can't go back. You can't declare bankruptcy on that college stuff. You can't declare bankruptcy on this. So why would I want to teach the kids any better? Again, man, tin hat off. It's just logic, man. It's not. I wish that, and that's just as a black person. I know y'all want to hear this, but as a black person, I love the fact that our ancestors worked hard for us to get to where we at, even though we are at a worse economical place than we've ever been as black people. But I wish that our ancestors focused more on economics than emotion and social issues. Because it's the reason now all of us, the majority of us, are hooked on social issues and emotion. And it's taking us away from being economically powerful. It just is, man. I can't say the world, man. I can't. But hopefully there's one person here that might not have been thinking this way before that'll open their mind up to something, because this ain't gonna change, yo. This ain't gonna change. This ain't gonna never change, yo. I want to be the most optimistic person in the world. It's never gonna change, and I still do it. I still do this. I still do this thing here, bro. I don't have to work again in my life. My son go to Catholic school. I don't have to work again in my life. I don't have to be on YouTube. Dog, I have 100,000 subscribers. Who cares? I have a million view video. I have 25 million views short. I've been on YouTube for 15 years. I don't get paid that much. I use copyrighted music to make the video better. And I do this knowing that this is not going to change the majority ever. This is not going to change the majority ever. Nothing I do is going to change the majority ever. But I do it because at least one person to be able to say, yo, I went back and I heard something that Flyboy said and I applied it and shit worked for me. But again, wealthy people don't care about you. You don't care about you. So